Start with a pen and a piece of paper and start writing about it.
And how have they influenced your approach to taking risks in making bold moves?
So whatever I do, it's still zero. So no failure in it. So that was the key that I just put a goal for your life first. Okay. So you just go for it and follow it.
So, this is the reason why we are recording this podcast to inspire more people.
If we trust each other, so we can do it like from far away together, and we just learn and research, learn like that. Not like crazy, but like good stuff.
So, how
Yeah.
one can stay adaptable in this ever changing global market?
Like 70% of entrepreneurs, they fail, but in my mind, they stop. They not fail. They just stop.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Trust Your Journey 1.0, the podcast where we deep dive into the inspiring journeys of those who dare to turn their setbacks into stones to success. Today, we are honored to have Mr. Sina with us. Sina is the entrepreneur, CEO at WME Networks LLC, an international entrepreneur with an incredible story that spans from Tehran to Malaysia, Turkey, and beyond. At just 32, this 90s trailblazer has navigated multiple industries, faced dramatic ups and downs, and built an impressive portfolio that includes roles from a travel agency consultant to a CEO and co owner of various ventures. Welcome, Sina, to Trust Your Journey.
Thank you so much, Mr. Avinash. I'm really happy to be a part of your, I mean, like you invited me to your podcast, and I was so excited for today. Let's go get it.
I am excited to Sina
Yeah.
to meet a incredible soul like you who has been onto a journey. I would say we have spoken once, but that moment only I realized that I need to record this podcast with you. So this leads to
Thank you
me
so much.
to the first question of mine, Sina. Sina, your journey
Yes.
started in Tehran with a strong academic foundation in mathematics and physics, then led you to Malaysia
Yes.
and eventually to multiple career pivots. Can you share with us what initially sparked your entrepreneurial spirit and how your early experiences shaped your view on risk and opportunities?
Yes. Thank you. That was a good question. I think my journey has been started when I went to Malaysia to that international university that I went there and I learned like multicultural, how to say, like languages, like, the actions, how to approach with them, how to talk to, how to make connection with them. That was the most important thing that it begins in my life. A new chapter began because before that, as you said, I was like I don't know, I can use the word as nerd because I was very good at mathematics and physics, and I never went out. I was alone to myself. I was a computer guy all the time. We're coding and playing video games. Just my everything was my video games and my computer. And then my journey started when I went to Malaysia to just like go to an international university to first of all learn English, and then learn IT, software engineering in English, to just like to make it, to expand my life like more than where I am. So yeah, so I went there. I learned how to say the entrepreneur, how to say it, the fire of it. It started in Malaysia, that I saw people, I saw like every, like from other nations, from other people, and then that I could make a communication. And then I started to how to say it, like feel myself that I can do something internationally. And then after that, I went back. I went to water company. Before that, I switched a lot of job, in Iran. So just like skip it. The main one, the major one was the water company that I went there. It's a place that my father has been retired there. It's like every other families I chase and follow my father. So like my father was there, so I thought that it's the only way that we have to do, like the business life is like that. Okay, so I have to go to work from 9 to 5, and I'm not saying that's a bad or good. I'm just saying it. It was like that. So nobody taught me that, like there is other way than this. Still they believe, my parents, they believe there is the only way, which is like being a part of a company and work for a company like that. So we went to we went to other topics right now. So I came to Tehran. I started to work in water company as a customer care staff. That made me like learn how to make communication, how to solve problems. Because imagine this, this is my job. I go to work, and every day like 20, 30 people, they come with a complaint, like with water bills. They come and say like, oh my god, that is very expensive. Okay, so I have to solve the problem, right? So I have to check my computer, their documents and think. And then I first of all, I have to calm them down. It's not all about the profession there. It's not all about that I know it or you don't know it, like that. We have to feel their pain first. We have to substitute ourselves first with them and say like, okay, so if I were him, I would be so mad right now, right? So I try to like, keep them calm. So these kind of things help me, to do these kind of things, that I make connection with everyone and nobody has any issue, even myself to them and themselves. I mean, like them to me. And after that, I went back to Malaysia and Turkey, and the rest, and we're gonna talk about it.
Okay, Sina, I'm
Yeah.
sure the journey which you have been experiencing, it must have been both dramatic and with tough losses as well,
Yes.
right? So from
Yeah, and another thing that it helped me to, like, I insist on. I'm sorry that I interrupted. That I insisted on my journey was like I thought to myself when I was at that company that there is a ceiling there. Something like, okay, so what I'm gonna do after this? I become what whatever position it is just in the same place for me. So I didn't want it. So it's the time that I decided to do something for myself.
okay, okay. I understand because the journey which you have been into, it must have been with some dramatic wins as well, and some must have been through some losses as well. So, from resigning from a secure job to facing
Yes, sure.
bankruptcy and then reinventing yourself in the new markets, what are some of the key lessons you have learned during all these low moments, and how have they influenced your approach to taking risks in making bold moves?
Yes, the boldest decision that I made, it was the time that I left that company. Okay, so without knowing where to go, I just started it. The key thing in between this one that I have to say, I have to say it. I could bear with it. It was, I thought to myself, I went out, okay, I leave my job, my secure job, right? So I'm zero, right? So whatever I do, it's still zero. So no failure in it. So that was the key that I just like, I keep going and keep going to see, what's next, what's next, because being a zero is zero, right? So what you're gonna lose, I did it, I was zero when I went out. Okay, so I had a car and I sold it. I had a house. I sold everything. So I was like cash. So I went somewhere and I got failed. So what I mean is just like it's all started with zero. and it ends with zero. So it's all you to save it. That's only the thing that you have to do. If anything happens to that amount of asset or anything, nothing you're gonna lose because you started with zero.
Wow. What a beautiful answer as well, because it all starts from zero only. So your career,
Yes.
Sina,
Thank
is a
you.
masterclass
Yes.
in pivoting, I would say, because from transitioning from roles in education, then in water management and investment, and to becoming a tech-savvy consultant now, and finally an international entrepreneur. What strategies do you
Yes.
use and do you use when deciding to pivot, and how do you know when it's time to take that leap of faith in your work or
Yeah.
skills?
Thank you. That was a good question. I see things. It's my personal thing. Okay, so it's not. I didn't learn it. I see things with a full system, a full body. Okay, so for example, I aim something. Okay, so I have to get there. I don't care what's going to like in front of me. Shall I be a pilot? Shall I be a water company staff or whatever it takes? Okay, so shall I do the IT thing to learn it first, and then I go, for example, to that company to make a better communication. So I just learn to myself. Okay, so this is the strategy. I reevaluate the strategy once it comes to the failure. I don't believe in failure. I'm just saying it because my English, I don't have any other word for that. But the thing is, once you see the future of the thing, okay, so not like a pessimistic, very optimistic. When you see something that it's going to be failed, okay, so if you see that it just like not failed, it changes your way. Okay, so you put your way. You say, yeah, I have to say, you put a goal for your life first. Okay, so you just go for it and follow it. Okay, so if you feel this is the thing, this is the managing the how to say to pivot, to reevaluate the strategy. If you feel that you're just like far away from your aim, it couldn't be. It's not about luxury or things like cars, house, or company with full of like people work for you. It's not uh, goal is something like philanthropical thing. Okay, so for helping people, you want to make a change, you want to make a connection or something, right? So I had that aim, okay, but I was working in a company which is like, yeah, it was not nothing looked like it, but it was on the way of it. That you can learn how to communicate with them, and after that I changed. I went out to be free, out of the box. I had no clue what's going to be like happening to me after that, but I did it. So the thing is, if you know your aim, if you know your goal, there is nothing failure. You just change the strategies, just change the like what's going to happen after this. But I want that one. I want my goal.
So rightly said,
Yes.
Sina, because it's all about following your instincts, right? And the word for failure, the different word for failure is these are all challenges. We all face
Yes.
challenges, so it's fine.
True.
It's fine to use the word challenges, because nobody fails. We take
Challenges.
challenge.
Good.
There's no failure. There's learning in that challenge. So everything in the in
That's
the in the, in the world is
perfect. That
challenge.
was perfect. Yes, very good word for it. That I really love that. Yes, challenges. That was a very suitable for word for it. That you take the challenge. I look at yeah. So that was the words because I'm thinking of it. I said like yeah. I looked at it. Like a challenge. I don't see any failure after this. I say like it's a win thing. You will win anyway.
So now, Sina, moving on to, I know the leap of faith which you talked about, the belief in one's own instincts, and it will lead you any which way, right? If you have encountered such experiences in your life, still you're smiling, still you've got that aura about yourself. you are there recording this podcast with me. So, as the CEO of WME Networks LLC and co-owner of multiple ventures, you have built a brand that spans continents, right? What does it take to build a personal and corporate brand that resonates globally, and how do you maintain consistency across diverse markets? Because the competition is huge, right? Entrepreneurship is not easy. We all understand.
True.
So I want to know from you how, how one can shape up their entrepreneur journey as well and building their personal
Yes.
brand basically.
Yeah, that was a good question too. At first, I got that outlook from the places that I have been. So far I said that, Malaysia, Turkey, Emirates, Georgia, Iran. Okay, so these countries, I've been there, I live with them. Although I didn't know the languages, some, like in Turkey, I didn't know Turkish, but I talk, I did my, like, what I had to do. And so I got that outlook from there, and I connected with the technology, that the recent technology, that, there is no boundaries. Like, for example, I and you from Iran to India, we are like talking live right now. So we can do anything, to go to the next level of a company together. For example, if you have any project, we can handle it together online. It doesn't need to be like physically together. And my aim was, to make this connection, but it needs something, that if we are not physically together, I'm just connecting all the, people from other continents, other countries together. The only thing that kept us all together is a trust. We trust each other. Okay, so this is the only and the first and the last and whatever it is the only trust that we have together. So like there is nothing like how to say, like law documents, or there is for the company, but what I mean is it doesn't work with that. Okay, because I'm in Iran, my partner is in the United States, so of course nobody can follow, the judges or things like that, right? But the trust between us, it is the only thing that I really insist on it, and I keep repeating it with the team every day. I call with them, I talk to them like I do right now. I laugh, I make joke, they make joke. We just want to keep the, the trust between each other. We want to keep the thing right now, whatever we do right now, because every individual, they have their own, how to say, they have their own skills, they have their own, how to say, the way of doing business. Okay, but all together, if we trust each other, so we can do it like from far away together. And about how to adopt with the recent, you asked like that, right? So that about the entrepreneurship, recent static, what do you do? I just trust the one that they are adopted, like my team. Okay, so whatever it takes, we just go together. I'm not one, we are many together.
Amazing to see an entrepreneur like you, Sina,
Thank you.
because
Thank
the
you, Avinash.
consistency and the approach which you have showed in your life's journey at such a young age. We don't see such things very often, right? So it's like you have turned significant setbacks into valuable learning opportunities. This is the reason why we are recording this podcast, to inspire more people and to learn more about entrepreneurship and how entrepreneurship can be taken. It's all about trusting, which you mentioned. It's all about trusting. This is the reason why you're able to build that global network of yours. This leads to me on my fifth question. This is the last question of this section one. Then we'll move to section two, which is the rapid fire round. And the last question which I have, Sina, you have turned significant setbacks into valuable
Yes.
learning opportunities. Can you walk us through how a major setback or even a failure has contributed to your growth? And share some advice on how our listeners can harness failure as a stepping stone to success. Because you understand, failure and challenges, these are all, there can be multiple words around this, but it actually stops individuals to take the action, the right action, right? So I want to know from you,
True.
is there any failure which has or major setback which has contributed towards your growth?
I can there are so many, but the major one was in Turkey that my company went bankrupt because of I've been fraud. I'm not talking about nations because it wasn't Turkish. Okay, so that's just like for you to know. I'm not talking about Turkish people. They're very good people. I like them so much. I'm just talking about the location of the
Yeah.
thing happened to me. So we've been fraud by like someone, and it was like to my one of the staff. So this is the thing that if there is no trust, so everything goes is going to be failed. That's that I experienced there because somebody didn't tell me what's going on. So he went and made a contract and by himself. He thought that he's doing good. He thought that he wants to surprise me, but he really did surprise me after that. And that was biggest one. So many things happened after that. It was a biggest failure for me, because it was like changing the location afterwards too. I had to pay up all my clients, and they have to just switch, and I had to decide on my life because that was my life. That some people they go for something, for a job or for a business. So they say like if we fail, if it doesn't work out, so we go back home, we go back to our family, or we have this place, or we can do this and that, right? But for me, I had nothing after this. Okay, so I just did whatever I had to do. On that time, I had to do, I had to make a decision, for example, how to solve the problem first. Okay. So instead of escaping, or instead of like, saying like I'm not responsible, because I wasn't responsible for this, because but I own that company, so I felt my responsibility. I stood there, I gave like I solved every problem, and then I decided to change my thing, my way. And that was the experience that I had with my biggest failure. Again, it's not called failure, it was the biggest challenge. Okay, so I've taken it. And the thing that I learned is, yes, that's the thing that you said just now. It's called challenge. So I how to say, I recall, no, not recall, I shout on challenges. I say like challenges come to me like that. Okay, so I don't see it as a failure. I just go for it. But when I think of future, okay, so I can decide on the strategy to it, but I live in a moment, not live in a moment as having fun and say like, okay, so there is no tomorrow, I'm gonna dance and drink like that. No, okay, so there is tomorrow. For now, I mean, like I'm living the moment. I mean, like everything is under my control. I can control everything, even my family, even my friends. The place that I'm working, the place that I'm living. Avinash, my friend, everybody. Okay, so not managing, like controlling the thing is like think of them. How to say, like strategically and seriously, like it's real. Everything happening among, like in front of us every day is real, and you have to, how to say, do your thing as the best and solve any issue, and do everything just for now, not for like, don't let it for tomorrow and say like, okay, so tomorrow I'm gonna fix it. There is no tomorrow for entrepreneurs. Okay, so you have to do it right now, and then tomorrow you will see the result. Tomorrow is not for solving things.
Beautifully, beautifully described, Sina, because the thing which you mentioned, there is no tomorrow for entrepreneurs. I would say there is no tomorrow in this world. Everything is present.
Yeah.
Because
True, true.
whatever,
That's
whatever,
that's
whatever we are,
so yeah.
whatever we are creating, it's happening in the present only. It will become the past,
Yes,
and it is the future.
yes. Future is only for planning. I'm a future guy. Okay, so just for you to know, I'm always thinking of future. I'm not, my mind is not really here. Okay, but I assume that's a strategy. That's not
Yeah.
like tomorrow I'm gonna like that. If I do this next year, I'm gonna buy a Mercedes Benz, right? No, no, not like that. Okay, strategy, like thinking of future. That where do you want to go? Who do you want to be? Not belongings, not money, cash, nothing. It's just like nothing for the future. It's for the moment. You have to build it right now, and then you will capture it.
So you're a visionary, I would say.
My vision is what?
You are a visionary. You're a visionary person. You
A visionary. Yes. Yes, I
So
love.
that was incredibly insightful, Sina. Thank you for
Thank you so much.
all the powerful strategies and all the challenges which you've shared. Now let's switch gears for a fun rapid fire round to get to know the
Yes.
men behind the journey a bit more. Yeah.
Good. Thank you.
So
I
section
know
two.
I'm sure that there are good questions, but I'm a little nervous about it.
Don't even assume anything. I don't know what I'm going to ask, honestly. But
Yes. Oh, that's good. Yeah, that's good.
it's a rapid fire round, uh,
Yes.
which will happen. We need to do this right in a rapid way. Okay. So,
Yes.
Tina,
Okay.
this is section two. Welcome to section two of the Trust Your Journey
Thank you.
podcast, and this rapid fire round is just to know the men behind you. I know you are an entrepreneur by nature, by your courageous soul. But I want to know you more as a person as well, and I'm sure the audience also would love to know you more. Sina,
Thank you. Yes.
I'll start the rapid fire. Are you a morning person or a night owl?
Both. I just don't know when I sleep. I'm sorry. I'm not good at routines. I have to answer with 3 words, right? 3 words like that.
Yes. Are you a morning person or night
Uh,
owl? Just morning or night?
Today
The both.
I woke up at 5 a.m., but yesterday I didn't sleep. Okay, so I don't know. You know,
So you are a
it
24 hours
depends.
person, I would say.
Can you come again?
You are a 24 into 7 person.
Yes, like that. You can assume that because my time is like that, I don't know because my partner is American. I'm here, okay, the time zone,
Yeah.
so we don't know when when to sleep.
Okay. Second question. One word to describe your entrepreneur style. One word.
Uh, One word. Nice. I'm being nice. I don't know.
Wow.
I'm just being nice. Uh,
That's beautiful.
One word. Thank you.
Nice. Yeah, it's beautiful. Biggest motivator on your tough days. I'm sure you must be having
My
tough days, but who is your biggest motivator in your tough days?
on tough days, myself strongly.
Most surprising career pivot you have ever made. Most surprising for you.
Most surprising, all of them are surprising. Which one? Uh,
You have to
from
choose one.
from um from exterior design, you know, like roof garden stuff. Okay, roof garden, designing and establishing one. I went to wood art. Like it could be related somehow. Not. No, it was like wood art brand. That was. Is it a same? Like, did I answer your question? Did I get your question or not?
I want to know one surprising career pivot which you have made. One only one surprising, which has surprised you, your family, or anyone around you, like
And they
whatever
are
it is.
still surprised. They still don't know what I'm doing. So, yeah. I went to I did something in nanotechnology.
Okay.
Maybe that would be something surprising because nanotech. So we did, like, the cover. We made some liquids that we cover with the on the building's facade. Okay, so that the raining and snowing and thing doesn't disturb the building. Okay, so that liquid I made it with a team. So everybody was like nanotechnology. So, like, yeah.
Wow, you've done so much of things, Sina. Great to know you more.
Thank
Favorite
thank
city
you.
you have worked in? Your favorite city which you have worked in?
Favorite city. Uh, except Iran, right? Because I love here. Yeah, but except here, I guess I love Kuala Lumpur. Or there was a city named Taiping in Malaysia. That was really very relaxing, and I loved it. And
Okay.
there was a lake in it. Have you heard of?
No, no.
No, okay.
Hmm.
Taiping. It's called
Okay.
Taiping.
Best advice you have ever received?
Best advice. I have to think. I received a lot of advices. Okay, so the best one. It is come from an Iranian American billionaire. That he is my friend. He lives in Tehran and in Las Vegas. Okay, so he switches every year. So first that I met him, it's not a rapid question, right? So can I explain what happened?
All these are rapid fire questions, but you have to explain.
Yeah, so it's me. It's me. Let's learn something, right? So I just want to I just want you to know, it was like there is a story behind it. I asked him, okay, so I really wanted to know how he became a billionaire. Okay, so I really wanted to ask him. So we went to a cafe, we drank, our coffee, and so we started to talk. I asked him, like, what did you do? Like, I expected some strategy, serious. I was like, okay, so I thought that he will give me, okay, so you have to do this and this number, and you go and invest on that and that, okay? So I was really excited about it. And he said, like, I want it. I said, like, what? I said, like, I want it. You too, you just want it. I said, like, how I become a billionaire? I said, like, want it, like, want it. You know what I mean? And I thought that he teach me, I thought that he said, like, okay, so you little kid, you don't know what, right? But after 10 years, I relearned it, and I said, like, yeah, he was right. You know, just want it. Okay, so what do you want? Just want it. You
Beautiful.
will get it.
Beautiful advice, I would say. Want it
Ah,
and act on it.
thank you. Yes.
This leads to me to my next question, which is, if you weren't an entrepreneur, what would you be? If you weren't an entrepreneur,
If
would
uh,
you be?
uh, I would be a comedian or an artist. Like, I love arts, like art or whatever it is. I would be an artist. I
Okay.
love being an artist. Yes.
That's great to know the man behind the
Thank you.
entrepreneur. Okay, there's
Thank you.
a skill you wish you mastered earlier in your young age.
Could you please ask again? I'm sorry.
One skill which you wish you have mastered earlier.
One skill I I haven't thought about it. I I really don't know. Maybe playing an instrument or something. Yes, play. guitar, electric, something like that. I really, in my dream, I play a lot, but not in real.
Is there a favorite way which unwinds your hectic day? Hectic means your chaotic day. Is there any problematic day which happens?
Oh,
And
how do I relax? Like
yes,
if anything happened
correct.
to me, uh, I listen to music
Okay.
when I want to read. I smoke cigarettes. I'm sorry if it is bad thing on on your podcast, you can edit it
I'll
out.
I'll
But I
I'll I'll
smoke.
put that caption, which is fine. Smoking is injurious to
I
health.
can. Yes. So I smoke cigarette and I listen to like progressive rock song.
Okay. Okay. This leads to me to my next question, which is Sina, most underrated trait in a leadership. Most underrated.
On underrated trait on leadership.
Yes. Because an
Trait.
entrepreneur is a leader, right? He needs to run,
Yes.
he or she needs to run their business, right? So, what is that most underrated trait which an entrepreneur wants to know from you?
Uh, don't get involved with luxury thing like that. I can advise. Entrepreneurship is not about whatever you see on the video is a result of many years of working. Okay, so it's not all the time that like we are all like rich and like that. Okay, so this is the thing that I think they need to know, that whatever they eat or they wear or they drive or they live does not matter. The matter is the goal that you want to chase and you want to get.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Thank
Okay.
you.
If you could mentor one young entrepreneur, what's one piece of advice you would give to them?
I ask first of all why because it's difficult, right? It sounds good, but you have to see why you want to do that. Is it from heart or is it like because of? But for one advice, I should think of good advice. Uh, Start with whatever and whenever, wherever you are, with whatever. Okay, so you want make a spaceship, just start with a pen and a piece of paper and start writing about it. Just do it.
That's the way to learn as well and to start moving towards your goals. Beautifully, like said, Sina.
Thank you.
What's your personal mantra you live by? Is there any personal mantra which you live by? Mantra means
I don't know what does that mean.
so personal mantra means is there any personal habit which leads you always? Is there any personal ritual which you follow? Is there any personal
Personal habit,
yes,
like the thing that I like to do like every day like that.
correct, correct.
I take a long walk, like 2 to 3 hours of walk. Just walk.
Wow. 2 to 3 hours a
Yeah.
walk. Okay.
Yeah. Just walk.
It's
Not there is nothing. Just walk. I believe that's a first move of every human being. That just to move. Okay, so without anything. Okay, so just move. It makes you move in life too. It is my personal belief. I don't know,
so
but it's true.
that's a beautiful saying as well that if you're getting stuck, move. In mind as well and in your body as well and in your soul
True.
as well.
True.
Move.
Yes. Yeah. Perfect. Yes. The body is moving, so as you say, like your soul too. Your brain too, and everything. So you will get a refreshed mind. You will get like a lot of things up by walking. And another thing that it happened to me. I'm sorry, I added to your rapid question. I ruined it. I'm sorry. Another thing I have like happened to me. It's been 2 years that I don't drive. Okay, it's amazing. Okay, so now I know that the world with car and the world without car is two different worlds.
Wow. I'm sure you're going through an amazing self transformation journey too. uh,
Thank you.
currently, because I can sense those vibes. Now, this leads to this last question of the second section, which is
Rapid.
our rapid fire round. I'm sure audience must be wondering there was no rapidness in this round, but
Yeah.
still we did this rapid fire round. Last question,
Yeah.
Tina,
I'm sorry.
summarize your mission in one phrase.
uh, One phrase.
Yes.
Um, uh, f- um, Help others find themselves.
Okay.
They,
That's
they,
a
yeah,
beautiful
for the
phrase.
explanation, they seem like all of us, we seem lost. Okay, so just one hand can make a biggest impact on people's life. I imagine it's just like continue with that one. I imagine like for those people, I see a lot of people. I'm sure that they see nothing. And I'm not being telling you in a bad way. I'm saying like they have a lot of inner problems. Like they don't see things. They need one hand, one word. Only one word can change a lot of people's life. Yes.
It's all about igniting. One matchstick can ignite multiple things. It
Yes.
can burn the entire jungle as well, but it can ignite multiple things as well. It can lighten up
True.
all the homes as well.
Yes, exactly. True.
That's the beauty of life, and your mission is one of a beauty in this life, because it's all about giving to the world. If you are
Thank you.
able to help yourself, and Sina, fantastic. This rapid fire
Thank
answers which you gave, it's a glimpse
That was
into your
the
direct
most rapid
personality.
rapid question. That
Okay,
was the most rapid one, right?
I know.
Yes.
Nobody has ever watched a rapid fire round like this. Yeah.
Ah, yes. That's the
Okay.
difference, right?
Okay. All right. Now, Sina, let's take a deeper dive into your journey, your challenges, your growth moments, and the lessons that actually have shaped you into the leader which you are today. You're helping many more through WME networks, and it's like you've experienced a whirlwind of career changes, I would say, and challenges too. So, from working as a water meter reader to becoming an international CEO, what was the turning point in your journey that fundamentally changed your perspective on success and failure?
Um, I think my turning point was that company, that water company that I started. That I used to work there for 5 years. So that was the biggest, I guess, like, I, th- you know, it makes me feel like I need more freedom. Okay, so I don't know how to explain this. You see yourself in an organization that is just like it's in a box. Okay, so I'm not talking about their strategy. I'm talking in a major, like working for a company. So I think uh, that was the time that I thought to myself, without knowing that what's gonna happen after this. I didn't have anything. I didn't make any decision before going out. I said I didn't know what to do, right? So I knew what to do, but I didn't know what's gonna happen. So I think like that was the moment, that I just made my decision. And I said, like, let's go for it. I put my freedom at first, not anything else, like financial or anything else. I just like put myself, I put my freedom first.
So it's
So
all
that
about
was it.
so it's all about finding yourself first, then choose your
Yes,
profession. Yeah.
True, true, true. Yes. Otherwise,
Sina, can you hear me? I lost you.
can you hear me now?
Yes, better. Yeah,
Yes. I said we have to put our freedom first.
correct.
The most important one, the freedom. Okay, so I'm talking about freedom of time, energy, and what you want to do, your decision, your man of your word. And you get value by yourself, not from the others that say like, because of this, so many people, they don't make a move. They think like, okay, so if I leave this position or if I go to that position, people think of this, people think of that, but you have to think of yourself first. Do you have the freedom that you like? That's it.
That's beautiful, Sina, and rightly mentioned that it's all about looking into yourself and making sure that you're aligned with your goals and working towards it. And if you need, if you're seeking some mentorship as well, Sina will provide you the contact details at the last. Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So, Sina, this leads to me through my another question, which is I know throughout your journey you have continuously reinvented yourself. Are there some practices or habits which have been essential in your personal growth? And how do you stay
uh,
adaptable in this phase of this ever changing global market? Because coming into the AI world will be leading into quantum physics as well. There would be n number of things which would be happening in the future. So, how
yeah.
one can stay adaptable in this ever changing global market?
Nah, it's an everyday research. It's not like I personally and my people in my team, okay, so we don't stop researching. We never said that we learned it or we are the master, okay? We never say that.
Mm.
We all say that we are learning, we are learning, we are learning. So this is the practice that we do every day. We check on every new articles and we find the major researches, the like, not with those news or something like that the TV shows us. We go for it. We go look for the books and articles for that. And we try to learn with whatever it is. It comes to our way. Like I tell about my team first, my teammate first. We have an art director. So first, like he's experienced like 25 years of like, in art. He's an absolute artist. But I sent him to University of Tehran to learn curation, how to do the curating, the galleries and museum. So this is the thing that we do. We keep going like every day. Like we went to, like I sent the art director to the University of Tehran. So which means like I went there too, right? Because of the community he made there and the new updates that he learned and how to say the skills that he got and he's going to like help us in the future. So the daily thing for us, for all of us, is just like motivate them. And for me personally, if you see, like I started with Malaysian university, right? So I started to learn a lot of things beside IT and software engineering. So this is how we are in a track every day. We just learn and research, learn like that. Not like crazy, but like good stuff.
Well, put through because every day, like it's a new learning only which we are doing. It's all about self reflecting too that we have to learn much more than
Yes.
our horizons or our capabilities of our mind, right? Because if we'll not practice, that one day is gone. There's a loop. There's a loop in that entire year then. So it's all about practicing what
Yeah.
you want to do and what you want to become. Beautifully
Yeah.
described, Sina.
Perfect. And I have to mention my partner Kimberly. She says something, and you asked me like what is your best advice you receive? It could be it too. She once told me, I never heard of this before. She said once you learn something, you cannot unlearn it. And it's true, right? So
True.
you give time and energy to learn something, so and nothing, nobody can take it from you. So that's a all, like, how to say, like a constant or internal investment, right? That you learn something and you never lose it.
Thank you so much, Kim, for this beautiful advice. Because this is how the universe is revolving, right? And the sayings as well. Like if Kim has said something to you, it is coming to me as well. Now it's getting to our audience as well. So this is how the world gets revolved, and good things will amplify, just like this only. Thank you so much,
Yeah.
Sina, for this beautiful advice, and thanks, Kim. Now, looking
Yeah.
back on your multifaceted career, what are the key lessons, Sina, which you have learned that you believe every aspiring entrepreneur and mid career professional should embrace? How can they use these insights to fuel their own journeys? Because everyone wants to become an entrepreneur since their childhood, right? Right? And see, I know this is the hard
Yes.
fact to accept. People don't accept it, but everyone wants to become an entrepreneur in their life. Everyone.
Mhm.
It's all about
Yes.
it's all about accepting that fact first. Then only you can become an entrepreneur. Otherwise, the
True.
person cannot become an entrepreneur. If we
Yes.
are
So
thinking, so I
what?
want to know from you how can what you have learned, your key lessons which you can tell to the mid professionals, mid career professionals or entrepreneurs who want to start their entrepreneur journey.
I guess the best thing, I mentioned it before in this discussion. I said in this conversation, start. Okay, so start with whatever it is. I say to everybody, for those students, they call them entrepreneur, that they want to be an entrepreneur. So they ask me, like, what shall I do? Shall I take that license? Shall I go for that one? How much money I have to like, invest? What is the capital? What is this? What kind of a strategy do you use? I said, like, just start it, just start. That's it. That's the key point. Yes. Right. So entrepreneurship is not like, being an engineer for for example, for aircrafts, or, like, for cars, or anything else, like, for the in industry. Entrepreneur is like you start to make an idea, to make it reality. That's all it. Okay, so they said, like, it's big in my mind, I cannot do it. I said, like, start it, at least paint it, right? So just draw it or write down on it, talk about it to Avinash, talk about it to someone else, at least, right?
True.
So this is the thing that I can tell.
So, what a beautiful lesson for everyone who is watching this podcast, who is listening to this podcast. It's all about starting. You will learn in the course. You will obviously you will
Right.
face challenges. It's fine, but you'll learn during the journey. But it's all about starting. So, if you want to become an entrepreneur, just start taking actions towards your dreams.
Yes. Yeah, and,
Finally,
and something else I should add.
yeah,
It's good they know. Okay, don't look at the failures as a, how to say, as a disaster. Love them. I love them. I love things that happen to me, because I say, like, okay, so I become more strong, right? I become stronger after this. It's a that's how, like, the new students that they want to do it, they need to know the first month I got failed. 1 million. Right? So and I'm not a millionaire guy. I was like, I made it by my own, right? So my family is an average family. The thing is, it happens. Okay, so don't think, like, because, like, I've heard, like, 70% of entrepreneurs, they fail, but in my mind, they stop. They not fail. They just stop.
so well put. It's a entrepreneur spirit only which is guiding you towards these words because it's
Thank
it's
you.
not about 70% which you mentioned 70% fail. It's all about 70% at least started. Look at the
Yes.
brighter side of that. Yeah. They know now
Perfect.
what entrepreneurship is.
Yes.
That's beautifully put through. Now,
Perfect.
this leads to me to my final question of this particular section.
Yes.
I know as you continue to build and expand your ventures internationally, what vision do you hold for the future? What legacy do you hope to leave? And how can our listeners start working towards building their own impactful legacy right from today itself?
Okay. That was very beautiful question. I think for the future, in my mind, personally, people need each other more than before. Okay, so that like um, the age of like 100 years ago to the past, like 1,000 years ago, that people they lived in the communities they started to be separated these days because of the technology. I don't say technology is bad. Technology was perfect, but they separated us and we all live in our individual. And as I said, we need hands. Even myself, I sometimes I really wonder myself. I said like I really I wished I had a good like a good friend that he could tell me, like a lot of things, but I did it on my own and I gave a lot of, like damages to myself because, to learn it, to just like sacrifice myself to learn things. So people need to connect more, in future. This is my future vision about the world. We need each other more. Beside that, what is your religion? What is the skin color? What is the language? What do you think of life? What I think of life? The thing is, we just like need each other for now. World and life is not as difficult as we see it, but if yeah I mean like if we are together, okay, so if we go individual we can't do a single step. Okay, so for me personally, I've done a lot of things, but if you ask me like for the details of how to say, like how did you do, for example, that nanotechnology, I have no clue, but I know how do I make it. Like first who to see, right? First which chemical liquid I have to make and then add to what. I just only know these kind of things, but for the rest, I always give it to the expertise, that they have visions on it, they know how to make decision on it. So I'm the connector here. So I said like people in future they need more connection. And what I'm gonna do, the legacy that you said that I want to leave is I want to make a word and a language for everyone. It's not a physical word or physical language. I mean, like, I don't want to invent a new language. What I mean is language as a way of communication, not words. That how do we get together? Like, for example, like Iranians, Americans, Indians, these people, it sounds like, okay, so they have like some political issues, but people, they have like the same vision. Everybody's nice, they want a good future. So for me, myself, I made that word and that language with my website. Okay, so I'm just like doing it with more things, with more features that it helps other like international people that they come together and they collaborate for their goal. Like for example, I need someone to do some certain thing. Okay, so I can only find it in India, which is like with Avinash, right? So I need to find a language that we both can. I know it's English, right? But the thing is, the language that we both understand why we want to do it, and the thing that you trust me and I trust you. The thing that we get involved more than just like words. Just like with the action. This is the thing that I just want to live in this world, and I'm really working hard for it. I and Kimberly really, every day we wake up, and there is no money expectation in it. nothing at all. We're just happy we are doing it.
What a beautiful vision which you have shared, Sina, because
Thank you.
it's all about amplifying our voices for good and spreading, like, it's all about distributing wellness. Everything is wellness, right? What is wellness,
True.
right? This is also wellness.
Yes.
And the thing which you mentioned, right? Entrepreneurship is not about doing by yourself, it's all about managing things together. That's where
True.
people lack, right? They keep things,
Yes.
they do things by themselves, right? Entrepreneurship, it's all about managing everything of different bunch of teams and getting entered into a big umbrella. That's entrepreneurship, right? And that
Yes.
takes courage.
Yes.
That takes courage.
True.
And
Courage.
if the
Courage and trust. You have to
trust,
believe
yeah,
others that you are trustworthy, that they can connect
correct,
with you.
correct. That's what you mentioned. It's all about starting, right? The beautiful pointers which you mentioned, it's all about loving your failures. It's all about people need each other. Technology is there to connect us, but don't be only dependent on technology. Connect with more people. That will build your authority,
True.
that will build your reputation, that will build your personal brand, that will build everything, that will build your legacy.
Yes.
Be
Yeah.
together.
Take a bus, take a subway, go to the public, do something about
Yeah.
that for yourself. I'm sorry, my connection lost.
Yeah, I thought so.
I thought that it's yours. I was waiting for you, and then I checked it and I said like it's mine.
All right. So,
Yeah.
Sina, thank you so much for sharing
You're welcome.
your remarkable journey and the wisdom that has come from your experiences. Your story
You're welcome.
actually is a true testament to the power of resilience, adaptability, and the relentless pursuit of growth. Before we wrap up, could you share with our listeners where they can connect with you, learn more about WME Networks LLC, and possibly book a session with you?
Yeah, yes, I would be so happy. First of all, thank you so much for the compliment that you just made. It's all the same with you too. I see a lot of energy and a lot of motivated person in front of me. And thank you so much for all you do for making other people they connect together. This is your mission that you do and I do is just the same, but in just a different ways. But the goal is the same. They can find us on our website, and everything is explained there. And they can register there. If they are like ideator, like the one that founders that they have like idea, right? It doesn't need a suit like that. Okay, so just drop your message that okay, so like okay, so I have this idea, right? So feel free with that. They can upload their proposal, and also expertise. Also, they can send their CVs that we can have them, in our database. That, for example, once the time comes up that we need that expert, we drop him a message or we get the thing that we do the project together. And for the investors on the also, although we are the investors too, I and Kimberly, but we have like open arms for new investors or for those that they like to see, like they want to be in the process of their business and say like, or they trust us with that, so we can talk about it and we can like, you know and we have like some investors right now. They're from America, like the United States and Iran also. And that is that part. We have a radio station online, which is like, all the podcasts that Kimberly and I or others, that we did, and we play, and we put some music on it that, people, they can relax. And I put this one also, I will put it with your allowance, I will put it in the radio too. So that one is a part of the community that people they get together, from the other culture, from the music from India also we have music from other part of Europe's. So I try to get involved everybody in this community, and we have a social media there that you can post and talk about and discuss about things, and got like title and groups. It is called WME it's not crazy big like Facebook thing. It's just like it's a beginning of doing collaboration together. We just want trustworthy people. We just want those that like, they know what they want to do in their life rather than, buying things or like in the dreaming of, like being a boss. Okay, you know what I mean? Like being a boss is not very proudful,
Correct. Correct.
it's it's all about responsibilities, and sometimes, I just want to turn off my phone and sleep. Okay, so that sounds nice, in outside in Hollywood movies and Bollywood also, right? So they look so cool, but in inner they have too much of responsibility, and they know what they do. Sometimes I remember I thought of my bosses and said like, oh, they don't know, right? But now I say, oh, they knew it, right? I was the one I didn't, because they know the strategy of it. Uh, that was my website that we can. What I mean is just let's go friendly, drop message there. You can find me on LinkedIn, Sina Arabzadeh. My family name is Arabzadeh. And you can find Kimberly also. Kimberly also, she's open about like making conversation and help, that we can make the connection. Um, and what else? We have like more social medias, but this one is more responsible for us that we have to responsible. I mean, like respond them, like LinkedIn and website. We have Instagram, Twitter and stuff, but these two more were so important. So yes, that was it.
So it's
Yes,
WMEnetworks.com, right?
networks.com.
Okay.
Yes.
So for the audience, so we'll mention the details in the description as well. And
Thank you.
we'll introduce you to Kimberly as well. Kimberly's contact details as well, because she's your
Yes.
partner. And like whatever, in whatever way, like Sina can help you in building
Thank
your
you.
entrepreneur journey and
Yes.
building your dream, like chasing your dreams, right? See, nobody guarantees, it's not magic. It's all about your actions, and it's all about taking guidance, right guidance, which can actually give you results, right? Because in the world of
True.
social
Yes.
media, there would be multiple things which would be happening, but we are actually coming up with such souls only who are inspired by their own lights, right? Sina is an
True.
inspiring soul through his own light. He's chasing his own light. And thank you so much, Sina, for taking out this much time for recording this podcast. I'm sure this podcast would inspire multiple people in the audience section, whosoever is watching. And if you are someone who
Okay.
relates to this podcast, do comment and subscribe to our channel as well. Thank you, everyone, for tuning into this episode of Trust Your Journey 1.0. Remember, every setback is just a setup for a major comeback. Keep believing in your journey, and until next time, stay inspired and keep rising. Thank you so
Thank you
much,
so much,
Sina.
Abin.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so much, Avinash. Really, really, I was so excited to see you and talk to you, because I understand what you are doing right now is perfect. Really, I that's very inspiring. Not everybody does that. Thank you so much for this.
Thank you, Sina,
Yeah.
for coming into this podcast. And if this podcast hits 100 plus likes, okay, 100 plus likes only we are targeting. Likes, not views, 100 plus likes. We'll record another podcast, including Kimberly as
Yes. Of course. Yeah, that she
well.
would
Yeah.
be happy. Yes. Yes.
All right. All right.
So
That will be a
people need to like it.
tripod. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Thank you
Okay.
so much, Sina.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so
Thank
much
you.
for the
Thanks,
time.
everyone. Thanks,
Thank you.
audience, for watching this video and listening to our podcast as well. And if you are someone who wants such inspiring stories, just like Sina, just follow this Trust Your Journey, and we'll keep looking for more inspiring souls to inspire and ignite your journey too.